Hey guys, welcome back with the QB Docs. Today we're going to do part 2 of our ankle mobility videos and really actually show the exercise that we were talking about in relation to if you have ankle stiffness, then that could be a big cause of why you have knee pain. Alright, so if you're trying to cut, if you're trying to jump, accelerate, decelerate, and you can't absorb that compression force of this knee coming forward, then this knee is going to load the wrong way. So this patella tendon will be overloaded in the knee because that compression force will come up, all right, the chain. If I can't absorb the load in a manner where my knee comes forward, it translates forward, and I have range of motion through the ankle, then it's going to be absorbed by the knee, which is putting too much pressure on that tendon. So what we're going to show today is a great stretch that you can use for ankle mobility first and foremost, but you're kind of getting some good bang for your buck in the hip as well, which I'll explain. So the setup for this is that I've had Dusty put his foot through a band. All right, so you're going to need a rack. You're going to want a thicker band because this ankle joint, if you do have a joint capsule restriction, is a thick cartilaginous joint. So it's going to be one that it's going to be hard to get some play on. So you're going to want a thicker band for this. You're going to want to attach it to a rack and have it coming forward, and you're going to have whatever athlete you're working with face away from the rack. So I've had Dusty loop his foot around the band, with this band being right above the ankle joint, right above those ankle bones here, almost right in line with those ankle bones, just right above the joint here. And he's going to bring his right foot out in front, just like he is in stance phase of gait or running. All right, so we talked about the ankle first and foremost. So Dusty is going to try to drive this knee forward here and try to get some play with that ankle. All right, so he's going to push the knee forward, try to gap that joint, try to work through some soft tissue restriction on the front of the ankle there, and get a nice stretch in the foot. Now what he's also doing is that by going to stance phase, I'm going to have him bring that foot a little bit further forward. I'm going to have him squeeze his glutes together. All right, and by him doing that, he's also getting some play on the front of his hip now too. All right, so because if I don't have proper hip extension, I'm going to have bad ankle dorsiflexion as well, because I'll turn that foot out every time trying to compensate around the weakness, or I'm sorry, around the range of motion restriction at the ankle. So it's kind of the idea of, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Did my ankle range of motion restriction cause my hip mobility issue, or did my hip mobility issue cause my ankle range of motion restriction? And a lot of times we don't know, but we know that these two go together. So we're going to try and hit them at the same time. So as far as how long we want Dusty to hold this stretch for, we want him to hold it for, I would say, about 2 to 2.5 minutes, or until he doesn't feel a change anymore. And I have him do that, if he does have a restriction, 2 to 3 times a day, for as long as he needs to, because this is super common, especially in football players that are spatting, wearing ankle braces, restricting the range of motion of that ankle. All right, so do that at home. It'll help take the pressure off the knee. All right, it'll help the range of motion of the ankle. One thing we need to touch on too is the fact that if you do have knee pain, also look at the hip. We've done some previous videos on the hip. If you're not stable on the outside part of the hip especially, that's going to cause some knee issues as well. All right, so perform those. If you like that stuff, please check out other videos at the QB Docs on our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, or our website, theqbdocs.com.